Go ahead.
Coach, it seems like a couple games this year you guys have gotten off to some slow starts. What was the difference tonight?
I thought our defense in the first half was excellent. I think our team has the makings of being a very good defensive team. We've worked extremely hard the last 4 days of practice, and I sensed that it was in place in the first half. Well, we weren't perfect, but we forced 13 turnovers in the first half. I think the way they take care of the ball, that's one thing they're really good at. The fact you could force them into 13 turnovers in one half, I think, says a lot about our activity, how hard we were playing. And, you look at their first half stats, 10 for 27 from the field, 2 for 11 from 3, only shot 6 free throws with 13 turnovers. That really fueled our offense because we were able to get out in transition, and we were playing off of their miscues, playing off of their missed shots. That created some good offense for us.
What's the word on Parker? Yeah.
He has a high ankle sprain. From what I understand, he's going to be out for a considerable amount of time.
Another one you
Yep, and someone could get hurt tomorrow. Again, it's just the way it is.
He looked like he had a collision with another player.
I don't know what happened. I don't know. He turned his ankle. It's a high ankle sprain and a bad one.
Did he have X-rays already, or
Yes.
'cause he didn't come back?
It was negative.
With that said, Kadeem's going to be asked to do a lot, point, do whatever he does, score it.
He already's been asked to do a lot. He plays all three positions, which, in the teams that I've had, very few players ever are asked at all to play three positions, especially first 5 or 6 games. But he pretty much plays the three positions every game, as does Lowry. Tonight Lowry played the 5, the 4, and the 3. Kadeem played the 1, the 2, and the 3. And, that's what we have to do. We have 7 players.
When you have a guy like that, how important or crucial to have a guy like that? How crucial is it?
Kadeem's one of the great leaders that I've coached. You may not see that because he's not an outgoing, verbal type of guy, but his effort level every day and just kind of playing to win, really wanting to win, doing anything that it takes to win, that's really what he's done. And that's what he continues to do. He's our only senior, and he's playing with his heart.
Who's basically the 8th man now?
I don't know.
You were saying last year you had a string of mostly relatively minor injuries. Just it was almost like you were saying. I think you were saying it was probably the worst you'd seen. I mean, does this year kind of, and you've had more serious things happen now? Is this kind of exceeding that even?
I mean, we've had 2 ACLs. Arguably our best players never played. That's the starting point. So where we go from here, I don't know.
You added a walk-on today. Is there any plans to add another one with Parker going down?
Yeah, we might have to. That's something we have to take a look at. Usually you have more than 7 scholarship players. So we'll do the best we can.
On the walk-on side of it, have you looked at any of the guys on the football team, like a Cam Denson or somebody that's got basketball experience? How much have you?
No.
For Markkanen, there's a point almost where even 6 games into it, 7 games into it, where if he misses, you're almost kind of surprised that he misses. He's
an excellent player. He's an excellent offensive player. About as good of an offensive player as I have seen. He takes care of the ball as well. Sometimes a forward like him, they become high turnover players because, they're doing so many different things that they have to adjust to college basketball. And, there's really no adjustment. If he would have been able to stay out of foul trouble against Butler, I think you'd had another big night. That's the one thing it's really the only thing that's limited him so far, and that's just when he's been in foul trouble in that game. But he was terrific tonight. I think our team is starting to learn his value. That when he's open, you want to find him. But no doubt about it, inside, outside, from the 3. And again, in fairness to Lowry, he's playing 3 positions every game. That's not easy.
And lastly, maybe just on Kadeem, he said he lost a lot of confidence his first year, the year he sat out. Did you have to kind of rebuild him, or did he kind of take it naturally last year when he had to come back and play a lot of
Yeah, Kadeem is hard on himself. It's one of his strengths. He cares a lot, and sometimes if he misses a shot or makes a bad play, he can get down on himself in a very unselfish way. That's his nature. But the other part of his nature is he's a relentless competitor. And even tonight, I mean, the stat sheet really doesn't reveal all that he did out there. He always guards the other team's best player and does a great job. Rebounds the ball, 7 assists, 2 turnovers. He had one of his best games, maybe at Arizona tonight, considering all that he did for us.
What are your thoughts on Keanu shooting it from behind the arc?
It's not a good shot for him or our team. I don't think I've ever seen him shoot a 3-point shot at Arizona other than the 2 he took tonight. So that's not a good shot for him right now. I think 15 to 17 feet is good, but Keanu has a real special role on our team. I mean, he's a great defender, plays with a lot of energy, very athletic. He gives us a quickness up front that we really need, and he's been invaluable so far through 7 games. But shooting's really not his forte. I was as surprised as anybody when he made the one he shot.
So if you have Parker for however long, few weeks or whatever, obviously Kadeem playing a lot of point. I mean, do you feel like Kobe's advanced enough you can get 10 minutes out of him there, or what
Yep.
kind of adjustments are you looking at?
We've worked with Kobe as we always do, with 3 point guards in case somebody goes down. And so he's played the point guard position every day in practice, even if it's just for 5-on-0, running through our offense. So he certainly knows what to do. He'll only get better.
And you've had, obviously, the guys are shifting down. You have Lowry 3, Raleigh 2 sometimes. I mean, there's a lot of, you expect to keep doing a lot more of that.
Yep.
And just your thoughts, obviously, with another man down going against one of the best teams in the West. Saturday.
Yeah, and it's we're going to have to play a great game to have a chance.
Sean, you were able to see some half-court sets in that second half. What are your early impressions on what you saw and what you liked?
We didn't push the ball very hard in the second half just because we didn't, we were going to run out of gas. So we tried to slow it down. That's not in our best interest. We're going to be better in transition. But the one, silver lining tonight, if you think about our team, in the second half we were 16 for 22. To show you the difference in the pace, in the first half we were 20 for 35. In the second half we were 16 for 22. Playing with 11 turnovers. Butler, we had 16 turnovers. It's a big reason we lost. But we had 7 offensive fouls. 7 offensive fouls is like a record. So we have done a really good job of taking care of the ball. And that's something that moving forward we're going to have to get even better at because our room for error, is lessened. So I think, being really responsible on offense, being selective on how fast we can push it, pace we play at. You have to be really smart there because, as you get in against good teams, you can really get in foul trouble. And it's not just 7 players. It's, 1 or 2 guys gets in foul trouble. You have a hard time finishing the game.
Anything else?